Let's do the 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Friday, July the 25th, but in actuality, it is actually Sunday, July 20th at 10:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 9:30 Central Standard Time, where Crazy Bee and I are trying to finally finalize everything utilizing the new studio. Now, you may be questioning yourself, what the heck are we recording for so late in the evening? Well, I had been asleep till somebody, we won't name names, called me to just talk to me, see how my day was, blah, blah, blah. So now we're wide awake and we
Oh,
start
so someone
thinking, and
actually gave a shit about you, and heaven forbid.
yeah, yeah. Well, I
They just
gotta
happened to
learn
do it while
about
you were sleeping.
exactly. He always does that to me. I don't know why. I send him a message telling him I'm okay, I'm going to bed or whatever, and he still ends up calling me. Oh, it's so frustrating. I'm like, I finally get to sleep and you call and wake me up. And
Oh my god.
I know you gotta love it. So well, I guess that's how we're working on our 44th year, right, of staying married together. Uh
You just tolerate each
so
other.
I uh-huh. So I decided that I would DM Crazy B and say, hey, let's see if we could finish off Fridays and see where we're at. And she goes, what do you have in mind exactly? And I'm like, I don't know. We don't know. Uh, I'll let her tell you the little story about the editing that she's been working on. But before that, yeah, before that, hold on now. Yeah, hold on now. Before that, Crazy Bee, it's Friday. Do either one of us feel any better yet?
Not really. No.
I, yeah, I tend to think that I potentially could be in the hospital before any of this plays, but we shall
Yeah.
see. We're yeah, we're fighting it the best we can. Um, thank goodness we don't have like real travel plans made. You know, they're relatively close by. So, uh, if I was going to the beach, I'd be pissed off really bad. You know, I'd be furious. So somebody would be paying for this one, I'll tell you that. But go ahead, Crazy B. Just switch into that editor,
Okay, so
producer,
the 4 hours
whatever mode.
approximately that you were sleeping, I realized that by turning down my mic in OBS to cut out the background noise, it didn't matter how close my microphone was to me, my audio was still like half of yours. So I had to go in and cut basically word for word every word we said, every interjection, every little sound. I had to go in and cut and bring yours down and raise mine up. However, when I exported it, I
No.
absolutely forgot to do like this 4 or 5 minute segment. It might even be longer of the video. So there's a part
Okay.
where I'm kind of quiet. I went in and I'm like, screw this, inverted it, and it made it a little bit better. But, it still kind of just sucks. And again, it was, I absolutely. So no more turning my mic down in OBS. I'm just going to close the door or tell people to shut the hell up. The routine.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah, the
four
usual.
and a half hours to get through the whole thing.
I didn't sleep the entire 4.5 hours. I
You
put
should have.
uh I know, but I did, and I took care of the animals. I did a little bit of laundry, straightened up a couple
Mm-hmm.
things, did the dishes. I'd say I slept probably 2 hours max. And
Ooh, that's not good.
yeah, I know if we're wide awake all night tonight, somebody better not come home tomorrow. That's all
Oh
I can
boy.
say. So either we'll be in the hospital or in jail, one or the other. No, it'll all work. It'll all work out.
Are we
But
sure about that?
how do you, not really. But how are you liking the new system compared the new studio compared to the studio we're currently using.
At least you don't get kicked out routinely. other than other than that, it's
No,
pretty much the
I just
same.
can't get in. Wait, I just get in. Now she's got me locked out. I can't even get in. She's got to invite me to come up. Um,
No, I don't know
and we just
why Discord isn't letting you just come in. It doesn't make sense.
I know.
So,
Something
I
you
don't
did,
know.
I'm telling
I don't
you.
think
No,
it was me. I set it up the way I do every other voice chat on every other server. There's no need to give you any special permissions because you own the server. I don't have to do that,
I know.
but it's being stupid. So, I don't know what to say.
Well, today would be that's twice now I wasn't able to get in. I had to go in through Crazy B. So, but other than that, the functionality of the studio compared to what we're currently using, do you like
So,
one or over the other?
no, they're fundamentally the same, except this one's free.
Ah, so
Okay.
you're not busy right now.
Yes, I am busy right now. We're doing one last episode recording, and no, you can't chime in when this box down here is lit up green,
And why is that?
because that means D is talking. And this does pick up a million times better than an EvMux. So, do you really want to sit this close and risk talking?
Burp.
And my son has decided to
Yeah.
join us.
Well, that's good.
I agree, it's good.
'Cause, yeah, since baby JJ is away, uh,
Oh,
we
yeah,
can
the
have
Guatemalan
buddies take
dictator
place.
isn't here for this
Yeah,
episode. Oh,
correct.
no, we're going to have to insert his crying from other videos.
Yeah, he's actually working on becoming the captain of a ship or a boat to start
Oh,
out with. So we got to get the dictator started early, right?
yeah, he's learning to captain a boat already.
Uh-huh.
Hmm?
Get his fleet out
The
and about.
dictator of Guatemala, the future dictator of Guatemala, is learning to captain a boat
Why?
Correct.
because he's 4 months old, and if he's going to start taking over countries, he needs to learn how to at
Where
least
did
get
this
there.
boat come from?
His grandfather.
Uh,
Yep. The elder of the three male
Grayson
generations.
Dawson.
Stop.
Oh my
I'm.
god.
I don't know why these advertisements pop up like this on my phone. Just
What have
mind
you
your own
been
business.
Googling?
Nothing. It's just that I don't ever select for them to stalk me. So it does this. So, it is what it is. Anywho. Okay.
All right.
Do we want to
So
get started before I go
I think
crazy?
so. So now the funny part will be, uh, I did ask Crazy B. There are some parts that we found to be somewhat amusing. Hopefully, you'll agree. Through the last couple days of what we tried to attempt to do, and I asked
The
her when
entire
she
week is
edited.
amusing.
Yeah, and I asked her if she was as amused a second time while she was editing as she was the first time, and she said yes. So I'm going with that. Unfortunately, I won't be able to. I'll have to wait till I get home to listen to it because I'll have very limited service, so I
Mm-hmm.
probably won't be able to watch it. But yeah, neither one of us should watch and chew gum at the same time at this point right now. Agreed?
Oh, that is an understatement.
Say, how long do you plan on
Oh,
doing this for?
We shouldn't be more than an hour. We're just
Okay.
reading these two articles, and that's it. And then you can pester me with whatever you want.
Because it's funny.
Okay, my son wants to show me a funny, but he's going to have to just deal with us reading these two articles.
okay, so let's get through this. I
Now,
will
let me
try
show
to
you why
read.
it's funny.
I will
Stop
try to
talking.
read appropriately, but at this point we don't guarantee anything since it's 10:30 p.m., but we're going to give it our best shot. Whatever happens happens and it's going up, so we'll see how it goes.
Amen.
Okay, wait. Don't yawn. We're here for your entertainment.
Says who? Oh.
You know what I just realized we didn't do on anything was our outro. We didn't tell anybody have a good night or stay safe,
Well,
stay sober,
good. The thing is,
or
I haven't sent any of these out. I can throw them back
or
in
is
the
it stay
editor.
drunk
We
week?
can
Is it stay drunk week?
we can throw it in the editor with we can record our outro separately, and I can just slap it on the end, and I can slap an intro in the beginning.
Okay,
So,
okay.
all right.
Whenever you're ready.
You're reading.
Listen, hey, so I want this included as well. Don't take any of this
Oh, I'm
out,
not
all right?
editing any of this
But
out.
this
No.
just,
This is
yeah,
our typical
this
charm.
just adds, yeah, this just adds to everything.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Okay,
I'm
go ahead. I
exhausted.
think I'm ready.
Okay.
I think
Well,
I can. I think I can.
I've already been streaming it to you. You got to click on it.
Oh wait, I gotta watch.
Do you want me to read it to you so you can repeat it back to the audience? Oh my god. Are you sure you want to do this, or should we leave this as a semi short?
Oh,
Oh my
I'm
god.
like waiting. Like where? I forgot you got it. Oh
I already shared it to
God.
you. You've got to tap on it
I
to
know
see
you
it.
did because I said something about it when I saw it, and I'm like I'm waiting. I'm like, where is it? Okay, hold on.
Oh, oh, my dad would be
Oh,
calling you a
this is
Polak.
priceless. I probably am and don't know it. Oh, if I would have did
Oh,
that DNA test we talked about, it probably would have verified it.
oh.
Oh
This is
my
why
God.
blonde jokes and Polak jokes exist.
Is Trump blonde?
I don't
Oh,
know. Oh, my stomach and my face hurt.
well, maybe maybe I need to change my hair color to blonde. Oh, here we go. All right, guys, we're gonna
Okay.
try to get through this. I can't see through my tears. Okay.
This is going to be one of our best episodes. Very
Oh, okay.
uninformative, but extremely hilarious.
Uh huh. Okay, so we're talking politics, people. ICE says many in immigration detention no longer qualify for bond hearings. Did we do this one?
No, we started doing this one until you started adding your own words. You did an ad lib version of this, and you were like all over the place. And I'm like, you need to call it a day. And here we are now trying to
Okay.
finish it after you ad libbed the entire thing this earlier.
Well, I was just trying to, make it, you know, different than Guardian,
Yeah, so much for the
Hey,
blind audience, and they're going to be like, what
right.
the hell is she talking about?
I wanted to see if they would be paying attention. That's what
Oh,
I wanted to see.
yeah, sure. Okay.
Okay. All right. It looked so. At least I remembered the article. I don't remember messing up the blocking, but at least I got that part. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Let's try again. One more time. I just read
Whenever.
that.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I
Well, you said let's
okay.
try one more time. Oops, there we are.
Okay.
Mom,
Trump administration has drastically curtailed the ability for those facing deportation to be released from immigration detention, its latest effort to expand the scope of its sweeping immigration crackdown, sources briefed on the policy change told CBS News. By reinterpreting an immigration law from the 1990s, Immigrations and Custom Enforcement is now instructing officials to argue in immigration court that detainees facing deportation are not eligible to be released on bond if they entered the U.S. illegally. I like that.
I do
Finally,
too.
I finally feel like something's being accomplished with that policy. Particularly with those that we know have had violent backgrounds. Um, those that are of the more serious nature, robberies, assaults, your other R word that we can't
Uh
say
huh.
on air. for
Yep.
you too. But that's a nice feature that I think that why should they be permitted to be
Exactly.
allowed out? Previously,
Exactly.
ICE's mandatory detention policy was generally limited to recent border crossers and non-citizens convicted of certain crimes. Immigrants who had lived in the U.S. unlawfully for years were eligible for bond hearings and the opportunity to persuade an immigration judge that they were not flight risks and should be allowed to fight their deportation outside of a detention center. But under the policy shift, their only avenue to be released would be if ICE officials, not immigration judges, agree to parole them out of custody. Now that's interesting too in of itself.
Yeah.
Uh, I, I'm curious as to what ICE officials they mean. Is that like the individual agent? Is like who's going to make that determination?
Exactly. I'm
You know,
really
like when they
curious
go
who's
up.
going to be in charge of it. Is it just your everyday border patrol agent, or is this like a detective level above that, or is it like a supervisor role above them?
Right,
I'm
because
curious.
because they're already down in their manpower and they're having recruitment issues because people are attacking them. So, who exactly is going to be the official? And doesn't that kind of seem redundant in a way that uh, they're going to decide if they're going to be on parole, so to speak, but ultimately they're still going to see a judge? It just seems like a waste of effort
Well, I
there.
mean, it's either keep them in a jail until their deportation hearing and all their entire time of fighting the system,
Right.
or do we let them out to, at least still be productive in society while they're going through the process? And in this
Well, with
case,
this, yeah,
is
with
ICE
this
going
being
to, well, I mean,
right,
not going out and robbing, but still maybe working
right,
somewhere,
right,
legally?
right, or illegally.
No,
The
I mean,
policy,
yeah.
oh, I know what you mean. The policy change last week came about after the Department of Homeland Security revisited its legal position on detention and release authorities. In coordination with the Justice Department, according to one of the sources who read portions of a memo outlining the shift. According to the source, the memo says all non citizens who were not formally admitted into the U.S. and entered between or at points of entry face detention under Section 235 of the Immigration and Nationality Act, which says those subject to it shall be detained. The Washington Post first reported the new detention rules. In a statement Tuesday, ICE confirmed the new guidelines, saying all aliens seeking to enter our country in an unlawful manner or for illicit purposes shall be treated equally under the law while still receiving due process.
I can't complain.
Um, no, because that includes everybody that we've been complaining about. They're all
Yep.
as long as they're going to detain. The other problem, though, we have too is where are they going to put them? Are they going to
Well,
go to Tent City or Alligator Alcatraz or what? Where are they putting them?
that's a good question.
What the heck? That just yanked out my phone.
Okay. Sorry about that, folks.
Why I hate wired headphones.
Okay, are we
Yep.
good?
I
Okay,
think so.
okay, okay. If you need to help them, that's fine.
No,
The
it's all good.
recent guide, the recent guidance closes a loophole to our nation's security based on an inaccurate interpretation of the statute. I said it is aligned with the nation's long-standing immigration law. DHS spokeswoman Tricia McLaughlin said President Trump and Secretary Kristi Noem are now enforcing this law as it was actually written to keep America safe. So, is this the first time this has ever been enacted this way? Like, what
Uh,
did Obama
Obama,
follow this?
I
Right.
think not publicly. He didn't announce it publicly he was doing it, but fundamentally, yes. Um,
Oh, okay.
and there was quite a bit of, well, no, because Reagan granted amnesty to thousands and thousands of people back in the day. So Reagan
Right.
was not one of them. And obviously, Bush's didn't do a very good job because look who all got in.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
yeah, I think
Exactly.
Obama was the only other one who really put it into effect.
Okay. Politicians and activists can cry wolf all they want, but it won't deter this administration from keeping these criminals and lawbreakers off American streets. And now, thanks to the big, beautiful bill, we will have plenty of bed space to do so, she added. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act, signed into law by Mr. Trump earlier this month, allocated an unprecedented amount of money towards immigration enforcement and border security, with 75 billion given to ICE alone. That's a lot of money.
That it is.
That's a that I mean, that is a lot of money. That gives you, I think, room to pause of just how bad things are in
That they
order
need
to
that
receive
much
the
money.
kind of. Yep,
I think that's
definitely.
right behind our military's budget.
Wow. Administration officials have said they plan to use the massive funding infusion to hire 10,000 deportation officers and give ICE the ability to hold more than 100,000 detainees at any given time. On Tuesday morning, ICE was holding more than 58,000 detainees facing deportation, according to internal agency data shared with CBS News. I had no idea that they had that many people in custody already. That
Mm-hmm.
seems to me, I mean, granted, it's a drop in the bucket compared to the millions that are here, but as far as Trump being in office for what, approximately 7 months. I mean, really, it's 6, but say 7 months.
Yeah.
They've really gotten a handle on things as far as closing the border. What they found, at least over 10,000 of the missing children out of the 300,000 that Bush
Yup.
let go. So they them
That Bush Biden.
and I mean Biden. Here we go. It began with a B.
Well, at least you
It
didn't say
began with a
Buchanan.
B.
If you had said
And
Buchanan,
here,
I would have been really concerned.
um, but with Biden letting so many people in, um, I think that we're off to a good start, and
Oh, yeah.
hopefully that this money will get us where we need to be. Uh,
Exactly.
Greg Greg Chen, the head of government relations at the American Immigration Lawyers Association, said ICE officials in more than a dozen immigration courts have been telling judges in recent days that the new policy change requires the detention of those who entered the country illegally, irrespective of how recently. This automatic detention rule means hundreds of thousands of people will be deported of their liberty.
Deprived.
Dep- You see, I want them to be deported. Here we go. Hey, I made it almost to the end. Almost. We were
There was a
almost
couple
there.
small ones, but I didn't feel it was worth
I
pointing
know.
out. But to say they will be deported of their liberty really sounds weird.
Yeah, I also realize this is just a tad, maybe too small. So
Oh,
I might need my reading glasses, but we'll do that. We'll fix that. Don't worry. I think this
okay.
is kind of fun. through this, actually. Okay, so we got Bush and we got deported. Darn. So let's try this sentence again. This automatic detention rule means hundreds of thousands of people will be deprived of their liberty, even if there's no need for them to be detained, Chen said.
Chen is a moron. We're going to leave it at that.
Is that the end of the article?
Yes, that is. And I'm just
Wow.
giving my 2 cents about Chen being a moron.
And you know what's funny is I don't remember reading not one damn word of that before. You know that? Not one word of
Oh,
that before.
yeah. You were talking about
So it's
students
right.
and specific crimes, and there was nothing like that written into this article. And I'm like,
Well,
yeah, you need sleep.
sleep and the hospital, right? When
Oh,
we get to
yes.
this point, yeah, we know, yeah, but we're waiting till at least tomorrow to go anywhere. Oh, this is too funny. This is priceless. I don't remember a damn other than the beginning, I don't remember reading anything about this article at all. None
We got
whatsoever.
over halfway through before I finally said, you need some sleep.
Hmm. And not
Mm-hmm.
only that, but she sent me a DM that said, get some sleep. So,
Yeah. Yeah, you're
okay.
apologizing for
Well,
hanging up on me early from the chat, the conversation in the Discord,
oh,
and
yeah,
it's like,
I know.
go get some
I
sleep.
I accident just because I accidentally hung up, I hit the wrong button. You're gonna hold that against me.
Nope, I know you needed sleep. That's why you hit the wrong button.
Hmm.
Yep.
All
So,
right. What do we, uh,
all right,
okay.
let
What do we got now?
me. Hold on. I'm going in case it tries to force me to do a login. Okay. So, let's give a little bit of space so I have room to edit if I need to.
Okay.
And here we are. Oh, did I share this? Are you seeing it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
I
the
see
new
it.
driver's license
Right.
rules for seniors
Yes.
because, a lot
Right.
of them should not be driving.
Not be
Oh
on the
my
road.
God.
Yeah.
The old guys in the golfing
I.
caps and the really thick glasses scare me.
Uh-huh. There you go. Stay away from them. When I first saw this, I thought, oh my gosh, they're going after 65 and older, but you'll
It's
find out as
70.
we read it. Right. New U.S. driving license rule for seniors takes effect August of 2025. And here are the key changes for drivers age 70 and older. That's a 7 and a 0.
Uh huh. I thought it was a 7 and a T.
Oh, oh that could be too.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'll behave myself, I promise. I think I need to
I'm
enlarge
dropping.
this.
Yes, I'm dropping stuff as you're talking. I dropped my cell phone. Oh God, here we go. We
Hold on,
haven't even started the article yet.
let me enlarge it for you.
Oh, that's much
Uh,
better. Oh, that's even better. Leave it there. Leave it there. It'll go off my screen. That's cool.
okay.
Okay, starting August of 2025, older drivers across the U.S. will face new rules when it comes to renewing their driver's licenses. Aimed at promoting road safety while respecting personal freedom, the new law focuses on drivers aged 70 and up. With nearly 50 million older Americans holding licenses and more expected in the coming years, it is clear that updating driving standards for seniors is long overdue.
Now hold on. Why do
Now,
they gotta be polite and say older Americans? They're the old farts. Get over it.
well, I don't disagree, but you know, how is it any different than the 16-year-old teenager that just got their license and doesn't know what
Uh,
the hell to do?
Well, that's like Danny having to go and redo the whole process and start with the permit again because he let his license go for more than 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And now he needs glasses too. That's on the to do list.
Oh, you're kidding.
Nope.
And then, and then along with this is, what about, we just read where they're going to relax the truck driver laws that they have. I believe there was that speed limit issue that they
Yeah.
didn't like, so they're making adjustments. So
But you're not going to have
there,
70-year-olds driving a semi truck like that, are you? I mean, how many people are really going to be on the road at that age?
right, but what my point with that is goes along with the teenagers. So in every age group, I at least think that standards should kind of be across the board. Everybody should be able to, from the 16-year-old should be able to do what the truck driver, the 70-year-old should do. And the
I
70 year
don't
old
know
should.
because teenagers have a completely different mentality. The very young and the very old, because of dementia kicking in,
Mhm.
are the ones that I would be
Right.
most worried about. The ones in between, I couldn't
So that
care.
would be so the dementia ones would be, where's the brake? Oh no, that's a gas pedal. That's what you're worried about, huh?
No, more the I'm going to work and they end up in a different state. Because
Okay.
that has happened.
All
That
right.
actually has happened. That's why we have the silver alerts, not just the amber alerts.
Right, right. Okay.
Just
Moving
pointing
on.
to that. Hold on one second, pause. Danny, could you close the door if they're not going to tone down volume levels? Could you close the door a little so we can get through this last recording? I now have a segment I have to edit out. We can open it in a few minutes as soon as we're done reading this article. Sorry. Go ahead. Um,
Okay. So we're going to go through the table of contents. Hopefully it's not too long. I don't believe it is. Uh, and if you want to skip on to the first one, which is the reason why.
okay.
Why now? The answer is pretty clear. The number of senior drivers is climbing fast. Many older adults rely on their cars for independence, grocery shopping, medical visits, and seeing friends. But as we age, our reaction times, memory, and eyesight can change, even if we feel sharp. This law isn't about pulling keys away, it's about checking in regularly to make sure drivers are still safe behind the wheel. Ooh, checking in regularly. What does that entail?
A
That's
lot of money
interesting.
coming in because I
Uh
guarantee none of
huh,
these services are free.
exactly. And the other thing is, and we could leave this for the end if you want to, because I'm not sure quite where it fits, but when you're no longer able to drive, what is a senior going to be able to do? How will they get to their doctor's appointments? How will they get their groceries in? How will they
Well,
get,
this day and age, there's really not an excuse. Your insurance, especially through Medicare, will provide free rides in many
they do not.
areas.
They do not. Not for me, they do not.
They're supposed to. Um, your insurance is supposed to provide a ride. Um,
Nope.
Interesting. There are services out there that do help that are supposed to be cost efficient as well.
Yep.
Then
And
you have your
usually
visiting.
you go through your city or your county for
Mm-hmm.
things. I can't think of the name of it right. It'll come to me in a second. See, having a senior moment.
But I will also say
Uh,
that there is also a large and growing groups of visiting physicians or doctors who make house calls again.
is there really? I haven't seen that either here.
I used to work
So,
with one. So, um,
no.
sometimes you got to call around, and then you also you benefit from doctors who still do telehealth,
Right. And
and
I use
that is
it with
something
those.
that a lot of elderly patients are choosing to go with, and they even have remote monitoring for blood pressure and stuff like that.
Right, right. So there will be hopefully options available that I hope, well, it's already going to go into effect August of 2025, so I hope people have thought of this. So
Well,
let's
yeah.
take a look at, yeah, let's take a look at the changes that they want to make. Under
Hmm.
the new law, license renewal schedule and testing requirements will now depend on your age. And here's the breakdown. Between 70 and 80, your renewal frequency is every 4 years. It has to be in-person renewal plus a vision test. Between 81 and 86, it's every 2 years. An eye test, wow, plus a positive cognitive test.
Possible cognitive test.
Yeah, possible, which you know is going to turn into probable, which is why the hell didn't Joe Biden get one? Just to
Well,
ride his bicycle.
uh,
I mean, a cognitive test.
yeah,
Okay.
they want to make sure they
Yeah,
can still recognize a stop sign and know what it means and what to do when they see it.
okay. 87 years and older. Now, this would be my father in law, who's 93. He would have to renew his license every year. He has to take an eye test plus a mandatory road test. That's interesting.
Uh huh.
No one no one loses their license automatically. Seniors are simply re-evaluated based on their driving ability, not just their age.
Mm-hmm. And 67 is no longer the full retirement age. Ooh.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, they're trying to increase that. So tests. There are three main types of evaluations you might face. A vision test. Everyone over 70 will need one at each renewal. If you wear glasses or contacts, you'll be tested with them on. I would hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Cognitive test. This test might come up if your doctor or the DMV notices confusion, memory loss, or slower thinking. It helps spot early signs of Alzheimer's or other neurological issues. Oh,
AKA
so now the
dementia.
so now the DMV is going to turn into my doctor and determine whether I
Well,
have early
no.
signs of Alzheimer's.
They may
Uh,
notice the signs, but you still have to have a doctor do the test. No one else can administer it except the doctor's office.
okay, if you say so.
They can't,
Behind the
they
wheel
don't know
test.
how to. It's literally just, what's your phone number? And it takes forever and a day to get through it, and you remember something from 20 years ago. That's a big
Okay,
red flag.
okay. Behind the wheel test. This is required every year starting at age 87. It's not meant to intimidate, but to make sure you can still safely operate a vehicle. I
And they
guess you
also
should.
make some money off of it each year
Uh huh.
because those aren't
And
free.
right, and maybe as a senior, you want to give up your minivan and get one of them little teeny tiny cars so that you can just zip around the track there when they're testing you.
Or they do a ride along on the road.
There you go. Concerns. Yes, a doctor or family member can alert the DMV if they're worried about your driving. That doesn't mean your license gets taken away immediately. Instead, may be asked to complete another evaluation. And then there's a whole list of state differences. While this is a federal initiative, each state will roll it out a bit differently. and the breakdown is listed in the article. So
Oh,
just glancing through, I just wanted to see, was there anything really, eh, not really, that's a red flag.
Illinois is going to start doing the mandatory road test at age 87,
79? Yeah,
79 for the eye
yeah,
exams. They're not going to do it any
right,
sooner than that. And in Texas,
right,
the DMC decides case by case whether there's a road test necessary, all ages if required. Okay.
there you go. That's interesting. Preparation. Here's how to stay ahead of the curve. Get your eyes checked 2 to 3 months before your license renewal. Keep your medical documents, vision reports, health clearance updated. Take a defensive driving course. It may help you skip the road test in some states. Stay active and alert behind the wheel. It helps you pass with confidence.
Yeah.
Restriction. Uh huh. I, yeah, I'm there.
Active and
No
alert behind the
comment.
wheel.
Uh, uh-huh. Not saying
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, like, because because maybe I shouldn't have been driving, them 2.5 hours that, or however many hours you said I was out of it. Thank God I know not to drive, right?
I
Because I
know.
could have been a danger road, right?
Mm-hmm.
Restrict. If the DMV has safety concerns, they may issue a restricted license instead of a full one. Some possible restrictions: daytime only driving.
That's me. I can't drive at night.
No, okay, why not?
Glare recovery is terrible. The lights when they're coming at me, even if I look to the side of the road, it still takes longer
Hmm.
for that glare recovery to kick in. It still bugs
They
me.
do make glasses that help prevent that.
Um, yeah, but I can't wear them over top of the glasses I have, and I ain't paying for the special lenses.
I understand. And why
So I
can't you
just
wear
don't
them
drive
over
at
the ones
night
you have? Why can't you wear them over the ones you have?
because my lenses are so thick already, and my frames have to be thick to hold them. So I don't
Okay,
have wire frames that can easily have something like sunglasses or something put over them.
I see. Well, they do. We'll talk about that offline. No, no freeway use. Like, just how would I get from where from the house from where I need to go without getting on the freeway? That's just
Uh,
like a no-brainer.
well,
Yeah,
for
there's
many
no.
people in the city, surface roads are very
They have
accessible. It just takes
exactly
longer.
right. Limited to a certain radius from home. A day you're
For
only allowed to go.
people in the city, people in the country, obviously it's going to be a little bit different. You're just screwed anyways.
Uh huh. You're
Grab
only
yourself a
allowed to
horse
drive.
and have at it.
Yeah, park the car and get on the horse. You're only allowed to go 20 miles a day. What if I said I'll go 20, sleep overnight somewhere, and then go another 20 and sleep somewhere?
No,
Am I allowed to do that? No, I
no,
only 20 from home. Okay.
because you might
You'll
get
still have
lost.
and then we'll put out the silver alert. Where is she? Wait, wait, what did you see her driving last? The car or the horse and buggy?
This, you know what bugs me about all of this is it only is non-restrictive to people in towns or in cities. People who are out in the middle of nowhere aren't going to be able to get where they need to go.
Exactly. I have a
It's
problem with that.
restrictive to the people who are further out.
Right. Yeah, like if you're, 50 miles away from somewhere and they restrict you have to stay, within a 10-mile radius or 15 miles. Again,
Mm-hmm.
how and, where are we going to get things from?
And my next question is, how are they going to enforce the limited radius from the home?
Right. Exact. I don't know. That's a good question. Well, wonder if they, when the police, they can pull you over, they have a list of plate numbers.
Oh, they have to search the
For
plate
example,
number. They don't actually have like a running list they keep in their car and they have to go through
oh,
one at a time.
oh no, hold on. No, because they pulled Eric over, remember? Thinking it was me because I was still in
But they had a
recovery.
reason to, is because the plates were expired, weren't they?
No, no, my driver's license was expired.
Well, then they
And
ran the
I'm re-
plate for some reason.
the
They had
car is
to have.
registered to me. They they Eric went by them and they pulled him over. And they thought that he was driving. They thought he was me. And I'm like, he has no hair. I have a lot of hair. Explain that to me. But that's another story we'll save for later. But they pulled him over. They ran the
They
plates.
had to have had a
So,
reason to do so.
well, that's what I'm saying. As every car goes by, they're scanning it. They now have readers that read the plate number. And
Oh,
then
yeah, the
something,
plate readers. I forgot about those. But
yeah.
still, it's not
And
like they
so,
have an active list that they have on a clipboard in their vehicle.
no, but right, but if there's it's not like the old days. No, ma'am.
Well, you
They're
said they
not
have a
scanning for
list, and I'm thinking it's a actual list in the vehicle,
list.
not it's a
Thought,
database. It's a database of vehicles
yeah,
that should be flagged.
right.
Yes,
And yeah, the list. So
it's a
and
database.
so as the car it goes by, yeah, the database produces a list. Okay,
Yeah,
because
but
when I
they
print it
don't
out,
know
I have the list.
until okay, but they still don't know unless something alerts them that that vehicle is needs to be pulled over, whether the plate
It's
scanner
reader.
flags it or they
Right,
see them doing something dangerous. The police don't know to look for
right,
that license plate.
correct. So what happens is they go by and the plate reader reads the plate. They pulled Eric over thinking it was me, and it was not. So that's probably how they're going to do it.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps as the plate reader goes by and you're told you're only allowed to be 15 miles away from home, and they catch you 20 miles from home, I don't know if they take you to jail or not. Just.
Or they escort you back home and give you a ticket for being out of your
Right.
area, I guess.
Or what happens when the senior like turns into those crazy people that we see on like cops and stuff like that, where
They
they
already, we already have a bunch of senior videos of older women acting a fool like teenagers, crying, pouting, having a fit, cussing out the cops. Didn't we just do a video on that the former Olympic gymnast?
on yeah, Mary Lou Retton. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. We did that. I was gonna say we did that yesterday.
Technically, close enough.
Yeah, yeah, close enough. Right. Okay, so you'll still have access to what matters most: grocery stores, clinics, family, and friends, just with a little more safety built in. And here's your alternatives. If driving no longer feels safe, there are great alternatives available: discounted Uber and Lyft rides for seniors, free or reduced public transit passes, senior shuttle and van services, volunteer driver programs in rural areas, home delivery services for groceries and prescriptions.
Well, we know how well
Okay.
those work after your experience earlier.
Today, correct? That's correct. But
It's
we
still
also
sitting on
dealt
your
with that.
son's porch, rotting.
Correct. Yes, and we dealt with that while before we went to sleep.
Oh my
Uh,
god. Oh my
mhm.
god, I feel bad for that was actually while we were recording. Um
Yes, we
that
were.
he delivered that
Oh, were
crap
you
and
on yeah. Oh, so you got all that? Me screaming and
oh
hollering
no,
like
it
an
wasn't
idiot?
while we were actually recording. It was between
Oh,
recordings when we took that
oh,
break.
okay. Right.
Yeah. I heard you hollering at him like I need him over
Uh-huh.
here, not over there.
Right.
And what's he do? He just
Right.
kind of looks at you, gives you the virtual
Uh-huh. Yep.
version of a middle finger,
Absolutely.
and does it anyways. Keeps putting them where they
Yeah.
don't belong. Yeah.
Correct. and he didn't care about anything that I had to say. Now,
I
these
hope you do
volunteer,
call and get him fired.
oh no, I did call. It'll be
Oh,
taken care of.
good.
Volunteer driver programs in rural areas. Can you speak to that at all, Crazy B? Because I don't
Um,
know of
we don't really
that
have that
type
in
of.
our area because we're such a small town. But if you're like within
Okay.
20 miles of like, I think it's more 10 miles within a major city, you can sometimes
Hmm.
get rides sent out. But if you're more than that, I don't think they do.
Okay. Now, these senior shuttle and van services is what I was talking about. Normally, you'd go through your area agency on aging,
Hmm.
uh, and that's through either your city, county offices. There's a cost that goes along with that. So
But it's usually
normally,
heavily discounted compared to
yeah,
what it would be for
right.
anybody else.
You take like an Uber or something. So you would call, make arrangements in the morning. I need picked up by such and such a time. They would drop you off, and then you would call to be picked back up and
Well, I've
taken back.
had
So
places where you have to give them at least 48 hours notice of where you need to
wow,
go and stuff. Now, if you're in a nursing home and they have a shuttle service, it's usually included in the cost of the rent, and they will take you to get groceries or the barber or the salon, wherever you want to go,
ex-
for a day, and then they
right,
bring you back.
right. Now where my in-laws are at, they have the shuttle van, and they'll take them on trips. For example, they might do a day at the zoo or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, go to the zoo and come back. That type of thing. They'll have
Yep.
activities. Uh,
I I've seen them take them
we,
bowling. Hell, I saw a nursing home that had a bowling alley in it.
oh wow, that's cool.
Yep.
The discounted Uber Lyft rides. I've yet to see any of that. I'm very interested in that. That's curious about that. Um, the goal. This law isn't about punishing older drivers. It's about making sure roads are safe for everyone. The goal is to let seniors drive for as long as they can safely do so, with regular check ins to ensure it's still the right fit. If your loved one is approaching 70, take the time now to prepare. Don't wait for the DMV letter. Schedule your vision test, ask your doctor for advice, and know your state's version of the rules. Stay informed. Staying informed is the best way to stay behind the wheel. Um, and there's some frequently asked questions, uh, which we'll go ahead and we'll let you guys click on those for those that are interested. Uh, just real quick, is the senior driving law mandatory? Will seniors lose their license? Is a road test required every year after the age of 87?
Which
Can
they
my
answered.
doctor report? Yeah. Can my doctor report unsafe driving? I wonder how the doctor would know. I guess when you crash through their office, they go, "Oh yeah, you're unsafe. You just, you just wrecked the
Yeah,
little
you know
waiting
what?
room.
We don't want you driving anymore.
Yeah, you just took out the waiting room, and we're gonna have to report you to the DMV." I mean, how's the doctor gonna know? Really? Come on. Are
Oh my
there
god.
driving alternatives for seniors?
You know what's sad is this facts and questions thing? Everything was answered in the article above. If your memory has lapsed that bad that you missed any of that in the article, you probably shouldn't be driving to begin with.
You need a cognitive test.
I literally worked with geriatrics for years doing home health care
Mm,
and stuff. So, I mean, we've had to help the children of our patients pull the keys. And it is
mhm.
very tough to do. And so the state stepping in a little bit kind of helps cushion the family from having to take the brunt of it. So, I mean, in
Yeah,
a
but
way,
they
it's
also
good and still respectful.
Yeah. Well, I think they reap a lot of benefit probably out of it, from a
Oh, yeah.
monetary standpoint.
Oh, yeah. You know they're making some money off of this. And so are
Uh-huh.
these other
Yeah.
agencies and stuff that they're going to now have partnerships with. Oh, senior
Uh-huh.
discounts. Uh huh.
Yeah. They already have things like if you belong to AAA,
Yeah.
anybody I believe of the age of 55 can, or maybe it's 50, double check your if you belong with them what it is. But they provide a self-defensive driving course for seniors.
Mm
But again,
hmm.
that's at a price, so everything's
And I
going to
believe
cost a little bit of money.
AARP
Yeah,
also
it
offers
does.
some courses.
Correct. Correct. Yep.
So,
I've seen that
yeah,
as well.
this is my
Oh,
specialty, and there is a lot of options. And if ever you need options or you don't know where to turn, you can always reach out to me on Discord, and I will gladly help you within reason of finding things in your area that will help you out.
she'll tell you where to find the horse.
No, I will give you advice on how to weed out the worst. Cause
Oh,
been there, done that, worked for bad, worked for good. I even know some loopholes in the insurance stuff can help you get some, well, not necessarily loopholes, but ways to kind of cut through the red tape. It'll require your doctor to participate, and even ways to
right.
potentially get cheaper medications.
Hmm.
I am a wealth of a vast wealth of knowledge on some of this stuff. And I'll tell you what, the people on X, when they were complaining about the insulin prices, I'm like, oh, well, what's your insurance? I can point you to the, if you're claiming you're so low income and your insurance doesn't cover it, well, I can point you to the manufacturer's websites where you get your doctor to write the script directly to them and they give it to you at next to nothing. Nobody asked for the info. Nobody asked for it.
You're
As soon as you
kidding.
call these people out about their lies, I spent $3,000 a year on insulin. Okay, hold on. That's 3,000 a year. Do you want me to see if I can get some manufacturer's information for you to get it cheaper? No reply. Do you
Wow.
have insurance? No reply. I did this for a living, getting scripts put through. I've done the prior auths. I would take an entire day or two each week just to do prior authorizations for patients for medical equipment and prescriptions and procedures. I'm telling you, I can help out quite a bit without breaking the law. I'm not going to tell you what to say, but I will, like, if you give me your individual circumstance, I can help out a lot more. Um,
For
we had
example,
patients. I was just going to give an example. We had a patient who needed a wheelchair. Tell me why we had to go through, get the patient's height, the weight, how this wheelchair is going to make a dang difference in their life, how it's going to make it better. Are they going to be able to cognitively operate this thing? Are they going to be able to maneuver in their home? Is their home too small or is their home big enough? Are their doorways wide enough? We literally had to go through all this shit, height, weight, everything, including how it's going to make their life better.
yeah, are you sure you're not talking about when you helped me when we talked about the wheels? Remember?
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That too.
That, yeah, you remember? Uh,
Yes, now I do.
when I was in the nursing facility in January. There was a wheelchair that I had to use to get back and forth to therapy and other places that they required you to be in one. And, with JJ coming and all that, I was, all over the place about using the wheelchair or not. But uh, make a long story short, uh, I had wanted the exact same wheelchair that I had at the nursing facility. Well, don't you know, lo and behold, my insurance did not pay for that particular model, but they got one that was supposedly as close to it. And when it came, I was beside myself that it was nothing like what I was
It
using.
was crap
So it
compared to that one.
was very much. So it was like the Cadillac, and I dropped onto a Fiesta, or I don't know, the
A
Flintstone
Festiva.
mobile,
It
right?
was still a Ford.
Yeah. And so Crazy B and I spent quite a bit of time looking for wheels, real rubber wheels versus these
Yes.
hard plastic wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And I've yet to put the to buy list. I really am not in the wheelchair quite yet, but when we reach that point, it's obvious I'm going to need them just to be able to maneuver. So
Yep.
it's
But now you know where to find them and at a really good affordable price.
yes, we can. Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, as Crazy B said, just reach out to her. She can help you.
I don't mind. I don't mind helping people. I literally, it's what I was meant to do.
Mhm. All
So,
right. Okay. Um, so with all of this being said, I'm not sure where Crazy B is going to put this article. So, although we said it might be Friday, it could show up on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So, if that is the case, I want you all to have a good evening and a good night, and we will see you the following week on Tuesday, July the 29th.
y'all,
Crazy
stay
B, what
safe,
do you have to
stay
say?
sane, stay sober, all the good stuff. And I'll probably slap
You
this
got
into
it.
each
Good night.
video. But, anyways, yep, good night,
Okay.
folks.
Good night. Have a good one.